Good day, everybody. Rob here at westernpacificweather.com. Currently the 14th of October, right around 1300 Japan Standard Time. That's right around 04 Zulu for everybody else worldwide. Now we got a lot going on today, though. We have 15 whiskey here, a MEGI, a tropical storm right now, moving off towards the west at this moment, but also watching basically an area of low pressure moving over Japan today, just producing some areas of cloudiness right now, with high pressure originating behind that, creating actually cooler temperatures throughout much of Korea into Japan over the next 24 to 48 hours. But that's just a side note, basically, but all eyes still down here to the south, just to the southwest Guam and north of Yap. So let's zoom in on this storm right now. So a high definition VisSat from NTSat here, just showing still some dry air inflow to the northern periphery, but the eastern and southeastern periphery of this system very well organized. Lots of convection rate in here, lots of warm moisture inflow from the equatorial regions down here, and overall just a very good organization on the eastern side. Western side still expecting this to actually become more organized over the next 72 hours as a trough moves off to the north here, shown on this upper level. This whole long wave trough right in here, actually well north of our storm, still way down here, but actually affecting the northern periphery here. Now as this starts to move off, this subtropical ridge right in here is going to build in much stronger in place here in the upper levels, giving this system more anticyclonic rotation in the upper levels for allowing for better outflow in all periphery. So 24 to 48 hours out, we're going to actually see this system quickly intensify. We also still have this area raid in here we were watching, but still not expecting any development out of this. You can actually see it being sheared off to the northern periphery of it as 15 whiskey moves off towards the west right now. Moving actually right around 7 knots, but as this moves farther west, it's going to get wrapped up in 15 whiskey and overall just take this part and actually get wrapped up in there and add moisture to the system, even making it stronger. So just something else to watch here. So let's look at some of the models here. First, we're going to look at the GFS. Right now, 1318Z run to the southwest of Guam. It's the initiation on this system, showing some basically good wrap type to organization out of it. Now, as we move into the next 24 to 48 hours, you're going to see this slowly drift off to the west-northwest, as shown right now, actually moving right around 295. So this is showing a good initiation from GFS. Now, that's actually a big point I want to point out here. But as we move into the next 72 hours, you see the system deeply intensify, and it gets much deeper, right around 992 millibars. And even if we go further out here, up to 120 hours, you see this system very deep, right around 970 millibars, and just off the northern coast of Luzon here. So just something I do want to know. Also, No Gaps is taking this system just about north of this area right in here, but it is also intensifying it and deeply making it very deep. So just another thing to note here, that both the models are showing that the system is going to strengthen quite a bit, but this track's just slightly different. But No Gaps is moving it farther south, as opposed to yesterday we were seeing it up in this region. Actually, I'll show you the model right here. This is a No Gaps 1318Z run, and also 120 hours out, and showing it just a little bit farther to the northeast, but still a very deep system, and something we need to closely watch, especially for northern Luzon here, but still doesn't take Taiwan and even Okinawa possibly if this system does recurve. It doesn't look like it should with the subtropical ridge firmly in place, but something that they also need to watch here. Basically this entire area around the Philippines Sea and the Luzon Strait right in here. And if you watch my updates regularly, you know I love using streamline analysis, and this is a good example right in here of what both these models are picking up on. Right now we have the subtropical ridge firmly in place right out throughout this entire region. Still have the trough down in this region, and that's actually going to lift this just slightly to the north, but overall this ridge is going to stay firmly in place, moving the system off to the west-northwest. So right now you see this entire background flow right in here easterlies, and this is a very good example of what these models are picking up on directly towards right here, and this is actually where JTWC has their warning right now, is right in this area, right around the Sierra Madre National Park region in Luzon right in here. So just a good example right in here. And as we look at the JTWC warning, showing exactly what I'm talking about here. Right now 55 gusting up to almost 70 knots, but showing the system move west-northwest and basically due west just south of that subtropical ridge as it builds firmly back in place in central Luzon right in here. So something to know. It looks like it's going to stay well north of Manila at this time, but basically all the areas, even from Leyte all the way up to Taiwan here, all need to still watch this as you're still in the cone here, and we still have several days to watch the system. It could change its course. So actually I want to note on that, we'll show you here in a second how much it's already changed its course here. As originally actually put this system up in here as a typhoon right in this region, but now it's actually looking like it's gonna come all the way down here. Wow, that was a really bad mark here, but it looks like it's gonna go all the way down this far, and that's several hundred miles difference. And even with such a good steering flow, it's still that far of a difference. So only reason why I'm showing this, that even over about 2 days we've already seen a couple hundred miles. So in the next 3 to 4 days, this system still could linger all the way from here down to Leyte, all the way up to Taiwan, and even Manila still needs to watch this system for any possible change in course. So basically everybody in this entire region should start preparing for typhoon evacuations and typhoon preparedness as this system starts to move towards the west. One thing I think we can all agree on is that it's going to be fairly strong, well over 100 knots prior to making landfall. So everybody in this entire region, I would actually just put out a not an official typhoon warning out on you, but just basically a typhoon watch in your own minds. Just get prepared and get ready for the system to make landfall. That is all for today, everybody. I'm going to have another update later this evening after the probably the 15Z warning comes out. So just something to note here. But if you have any questions, feel me here at westernpacificweather.com. You can also find me at storm2k.org as usual. Had some good discussions there. So have a good day, everybody. Let's continue to watch this and stay safe out there. Bye.